Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 2 for the prompts for Postcard. So I am actually using these inserts from an old photo album. I originally thrifted the photo album for the cover, and I was pulling all of these out, these little sleeve things, and I knew I could reuse them somehow, so I put them aside, and then as I was going through my things for this prompt, I came across them and I thought, wow, they're like the perfect size for a postcard. So, and what I really like about them is with the sleeve, because I kind of ripped them out, they have this paper, you'll see at the end of the video, but they have like this paper bit, and so it's going to make for a really good kind of tip in or flip out. So I'm just gathering a bunch of my materials here. One thing I knew I wanted to do with this project was I wanted to make my own kind of fabric stamp. So here I am, I'm just going through my little fabric scraps, picking out some pieces I think might look good. Yeah, that box keeps getting fuller and fuller. I try to use those scraps as much as possible, and I do, but it's never ending. I'm sure you guys have that same issue. So I'm using my fabric scissors here to get the crinkly edge, like a stamp. That was kind of the only pre-thought thing I had for this, so I got to it right away. And now I'm just looking for a cute little sticker that can go in it. And I end up finding a few stickers I know I want to put on the card itself. Airmail. That first one, it's just a bunch of numbers that look kind of postal, and a heart. So I roughly wanted the theme to be, since this is July and I'm in Canada, I wanted it to be very summery. And so what am I trying to say? Okay, so the outside, as you'll see, is summery, and then I have, you'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's just follow along. So this is my little stamp collection that I have, and I love them. They're also different, and they go with almost every project. They're great. So I knew I wanted to do double stamps, so a real stamp and then a homemade one. So that's what I'm playing around with here. And I'm realizing I lost the heart sticker. There she is. So I picked that to go in the middle of that handmade stamp. Of course, we're going to be using some washi tape. Like I said before, this is definitely my favorite washi tape at the moment. And then this one is just like a thinner, it has script on it. Because more is more. I had gotten these stamps from Temu recently. Sorry, my chair is so squeaky. Yeah, so these stamps are from Temu, and they're ticket stamps as well as like postal stamps. So I knew that they would fit in well. And this stamp I actually thrifted, and it has red ink on it already, so I decided, let's use red ink. Let's throw some more color into it. So that's what I did. And I do realize it's a quotation, like it's for a quote, but it's all good. It's the lines I really wanted to be able to write on. And I love red ink. I don't know about you guys, but I love red ink. So I wasn't totally sold on that stamp. I think I'm now looking for something a little smaller. Yeah, so this is my early collection of vintage things. I don't own anything vintage for my journals other than these stamps, and I just ordered some old cigarette cards, which are in there at the top. And so that's the start of my little vintage collection, paper collection. I'm liking how that sits a bit better. And then I picked this stamp to go on the far corner because I just felt like, well, to be honest, I just really wanted to use stamps. I haven't used stamps a lot in my projects, and because I ordered a whole bunch, I wanted to use them. So I thought that this would fit nicely. I just feel like they add such a good little something to whatever project you're working on. And I used the black ink for this one. And now I'm going through some stickers because I can't do a project without stickers. It's like one of my number one, washi tape, brads, stickers. I think those are my top 3 materials. That kind of stuck there on its own, so I just let it be. Wanted to be there. And I was, okay, so this is part of where I wanted it to be kind of summery. I just figure candies and sweets are summertime-ish. So I wanted to put one of those on. Add some more color as well. Really wanted it to be kind of bright and fun. And then I ended up looking at another postcard, like a pre-made postcard that I had in my collection, and it had a line down the middle like that, so I wanted to replicate that on this one. More stickers. And down the line, it's not just a line, it says be happy, just for some added extra little positivity. And there that is. I'm really liking it at this point. I was definitely in the creative flow. Everything kind of just worked out, and I was really pleased with that with this one. Yesterday's with the spark, I was just kind of getting back into my creative flow, and so it was what it was. But this one, I'm definitely happy with this one, and I'm just stapling them on because why not? I'm not actually going to put it through the post, so. And this is where I do my journaling. So now for the front of the postcard, and because the base that I just was working on is just kind of a flimsy piece of paper, I knew I wanted to use something thicker like a card. And this card is just a blank card. I got it with a bunch of randoms in one of those grab bags you get from the thrift store. And yeah, it worked out perfectly. I loved it. It's a perfect summer theme. And here I am. I'm wanting to capture pretty much all of it and not just, I was originally thinking just the bike, but I was really liking the whole scene. So here I am just trying to gauge what parts to cut out. And I didn't cut it quite to size, so I'm just sizing it up here. And that looks good. And I cut this out from, I don't know if your grocery stores, but the grocery store I go to has those free magazines and it has like recipes and whatnot in it. I had cut this out from there not too long ago, and I just thought it was fitting. It doesn't match the scene whatsoever, but all in all, I feel like it's summery. Let's pick out the summer, why not? And so I'm just gluing the center part because I know that I am going to be sewing this on, just to make sure that it stays on. And to avoid the glue on the needle, I just glue the inside or the center. Okay, here it is all sewn. I'm really happy with it. So now we put it in its sleeve. So see that white part? That's the paper part I was talking about in the beginning. And it makes for a perfect flip out or tip in. It's kind of cut off there, but I think you guys get the gist. Yeah, so you can really reuse anything, and that's what I love about junk journaling is I reused the card from the thrift store. I reused the photo album page, just cut out the words from a free magazine at the supermarket, so it's just really fun to play around with different materials and see what comes out. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have an awesome day or an awesome night. Bye.